Avatar, Fire and Ash begins immediately after the tragedy of the Way of Water. Jake Sully and Neytiri are still drowning in grief after losing their son, Neteyam. Pandora feels different now, quieter, heavier, wounded. Though the family is broken, the children find strength in one another. Lok, Took, Kiri, and Spider cling to their bond as the world around them grows more dangerous. Spider, the human boy raised among the Na'vi, narrowly escapes death multiple times when his oxygen supply fails. Fearing they might lose another child, Jake and Neytiri make the painful decision to send him away to the human outpost far from Pandora's deadly air. The separation tears the children apart, but fear rules Jake's judgment, and Neytiri's resentment runs deeper. To her, Spider is still human, and the blood of her greatest enemy flows through him. The family journeys together through the skies in a strange floating vessel pulled by a glowing jellyfish-like creature. For a brief moment, there is wonder again, but peace never lasts on Pandora. They are ambushed by a terrifying new enemy, the Ash People, violent fire worshippers who raid without mercy. They are led by Varang, a ruthless and seductive leader who leaves her enemies mutilated as a warning. Chaos erupts in the sky. During the brutal battle, a fanatical raider sacrifices himself, bringing the vessel crashing down in flames. The attack reveals the Ash People's absolute devotion to Varang. The crash scatters the family. The children are torn away from their parents, and Neytiri suffers severe injuries after facing Varang directly. Elsewhere, Jake comes face to face with Quaritch, reborn in a Na'vi body and still fueled by hatred for Jake's betrayal. Enemies once more, they form an uneasy alliance when Jake reveals the truth. Spider is dying without oxygen. Though conceived in another body, Quaritch cannot ignore his bond to his son. Deep in the jungle, surrounded by enemies, the children are cornered, and Spider's oxygen finally runs out. Kiri steps forward when all hope seems lost. Guided by a power beyond understanding, she calls to the forest itself. The land responds. A living mycelium network grows within Spider's body, reshaping him from the inside. For the first time, he can breathe Pandora's air. The miracle goes even further. Spider grows a neural bond, allowing him to connect directly with the living world. The family is reunited, but relief quickly turns into fear. Jake immediately understands the danger. What saved Spider could doom Pandora. If humans learn how this transformation works, they could recreate it, making colonization faster, easier, unstoppable. Spider survives, but at a terrible cost. Neytiri voices the unthinkable. For the sake of their world, she believes Spider should be killed. Her hatred of humans surfaces without restraint, unsettling Jake. Yet even he cannot escape the truth. Spider's existence places everyone at risk. But it's already too late. Quaritch has shared this secret with the colonists. Still obsessed, he needs help finding Spider. And, once again, he turns to Varang. Drawn by promises of advanced weapons and power, Varang ensnares him completely. Through ritual and hallucinogenic fire, she pulls Quaritch into her belief system, binding him to her cause. Varang was not always a creature of fire. When her homeland was destroyed by a raging volcano, she believed the mother goddess Awa had abandoned her. From that loss, a new faith was born, one built on flames, pain, and power. Now a cult leader, Varang rules through fear. Quaritch sees opportunity in her chaos. Together, he believes, they could dominate the world. Their combined forces descend upon Jake's people. To protect his tribe, Jake surrenders himself, choosing sacrifice over bloodshed. The plan fails. Both Jake and Spider are taken captive, and Quaritch returns to the human base victorious, bringing the Ash People with him. At the base, General Ardmore immediately sees the truth. Quaritch has fallen under Varang's influence. War paint and all, she orders the Ash People out, but Quaritch pushes back, using the capture of Jake Sully as proof of success. Jake's arrest lifts morale across the base. Scientists begin examining Spider, searching deep within his connection to Pandora. But salvation comes from an unexpected source. Dr. Ian Garvin, horrified by the slaughter of Pandora's creatures, betrays his own side, and frees them both. Jake and Spider return home, yet peace does not follow. Jake knows the truth. Spider will always be hunted, and as long as he stays, the danger will never end. Alone in the jungle, Jake faces the impossible choice. Echoing an ancient trial of faith, he raises his blade against the child he swore to protect. But at the final moment, his strength fails him. He cannot do it. Even Neytiri, hardened by loss and rage, finally breaks. Jake chooses a different path. Once again, he unites the clans, calling them to rise as one. He mounts the legendary Toruk Makto, embracing open war to defend Pandora. The skies ignite as battle erupts. Jake leads the Na'vi into a full-scale war against human forces and the fire-worshipping Ash people. Hope arrives from the deep. The great whales of Pandora, once sworn to peace, join the fight, moved by Loke, who at last earns his father's pride. Throughout the journey, Kiri feels something is wrong. Her bond with Eywa, the mother goddess of Pandora, is fading. No matter how hard she tries, something blocks her voice from being heard. Knowing the risk, Kiri dives beneath the water to attempt a forbidden connection. She understands the danger, but also the truth. Her power could decide the fate of the war. She fails. Only with the help of Spider and Tuuk does she break through the unseen barrier. For a brief moment, Kiri reaches Eywa and witnesses something terrifying beyond comprehension. Then the connection is violently severed by a human attack, leaving Kiri drowning between worlds. But Eywa has heard her prayer. A massive sea creature rises to save her, awakening Kiri's true strength. Empowered, she summons the living forces of the ocean, turning them against the human fleet. As Pandora pushes back, Kiri intervenes in the clash between her mother and Varong. She links directly to Varong, overwhelming her with power drawn from Eywa itself. Whether Varong's strength came from illusion or another force, it collapses. She retreats, alive but defeated. The conflict ends where it began, with Jake and Quaritch. Their battle sends Spider falling toward death, forcing both fathers to unite and save their son. For a brief moment, Quaritch hesitates. Having embraced his Na'vi form, he nearly chooses Jake's path. But when the others arrive, he turns away, disappearing into fire and water below. His fate remains unknown. In the final moments, Spider enters the spirit world alongside Kiri, connecting with the ancestors. No longer an outsider, he is accepted as one of the Na'vi. Fire and Ash is ultimately Spider's story, a transformation that is both blessing and curse. One will shape the future of Pandora.